guys, welcome to our YouTube channel. So today I'm going to be showing you guys how to make the trendy 4-circle hand fan. Okay, so I have here the materials that we'll be needing. Okay, so we have these, but they are not limited to these fabric materials. Here are not limited to what you can use, but as we make this fan, if there's any other thing that we're adding, you will get to see it. So we have bias here, we have the net, we have our scissors, we have our gum. You can either use this gum or this E7000, or then your candle gun gum. We have our masking tape, we have our boning to give it structure, we have our lining, we have our lace, and then we have tape. So for us to commence, you are going to measure out your structure. I'll be using 20 inches length. You can decide to use smaller lengths, smaller circles, depending on what you want to achieve. But right now I want to get 4 circles, so I'll be using 20 inches length. So when you measure out your 20 inches, you cut it off, okay? So I have my 20 inches length. So you can go ahead to cut the remaining three other circles to make it 4. So the next thing I'll be doing is to put my circle together. So I'm going to use my masking tape to secure my circle. So this is how I'm going to do it. See, you can actually make smaller circles, smaller and more circles, then bigger and smaller number of circles. For this one, I just want to make 4 circles, and this is how I'm going to secure it. You put one on top of the other, you overlay, and then use your masking tape and secure it properly. As you can see, we've properly secured it. So the next thing I will do now is to cover up my circle with my bias, so that I will get the finishing that I want. Okay, so let's go ahead and secure bias. So this is where your gum comes in. So watch closely so you can get what we're doing, okay? So you might be wondering why I keep rolling my bias inside. That's because I don't want to have any joining along the line, okay? So if I cut it, it might end up shortening what I have and making me join along the line, and I don't want that. Secure the last part, okay? So, can you see? The next thing you're going to do is to lay over your net. So we're securing this with our thread. So as you can see, we already have our 4 fans done. So the next thing we are going to do now is to create our handle. So you can do this with carry board, or also known as mako, or if you don't have this in your house, you can use carton. Okay, so as you can see, I have my radius, circle radius of 4.5. You can also use more than 4.5 or less than 4.5, depending on what you want to achieve. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead to get half of my circle, because we don't need the full circle. It is half that we need. So I'm going to go ahead to get my half circle. So after doing this, I'll try to make sure they are all equal, well trimmed out. So I will have some sides bigger than the other. You get? So I'm just going to trim them out, just a little, just to make sure that every page, every half circle is the same with the other one. So once I'm done with this, I'm going to cover this with my lining. So just watch closely so you see how we do it. So I'm going to leave some part of this lining so I can use it to cover up the edges of the back. Okay, I hope you understand me. So I'm going to trim this out. So I already have my lining cut out. So the next thing I'm going to do is to cover my marker with the line. Okay. Using my gum. So you can also do this with your glue gun. Same thing on this one too, to get what you are looking for. Then once you are done, you cover your fabric, you cover your handle with just the way you cut out your line, and that's how you also cut out this one and cover it all. Okay, and you have your handle. So that's what I'm going to do now. So guys, I have all my details ready. It just left for me to combine it now. As you can see, I've gone ahead to add my lace to my handle. You can see that. So there's nothing there, just the same way you put your lining, that's how you also cut out your lace or whatever fabric you want as the closing, and gum too. So that's what I did here. So I'm going to go ahead now to secure my net the way I want it to be. So I'm just going to sew here so I can be able to move it the way I want. So I'll just secure my thread and go all in. So guys, as you can see, we're almost done with our hand fan. Our bridal cord is a bridal hand fan, okay? Because it's so lush and beautiful. So as you can see, I've secured this, but it is still very much adjustable. So the next thing we're going to do now is to put our handle to it. So you place one on the other side and the other one on the other side. The way you make sure that they are on the same line. can now use your glue and secure it properly, okay? So now we are going to use our glue to secure it properly. So after I've used my glue to secure it, I'm also going to use my needle and thread to hold each and everywhere down, just to be sure that I have my hand fan intact. Okay. When I finish, I'm also going to secure this downside with my thread. Okay. So let's go ahead and do it. So guys, as you can see, our hand fan is almost ready. So I've done it, but I'm not going to leave it this way. I'm going to use my needle and thread and make sure that I secure it very well. So one day my customer will not hold it, it will just fall apart. Okay. So I'm going to use my needle and thread and literally secure my hand fan. Okay. So come with me. I'm going to take my little from this side. It's still very wet, so it's actually hard to pass the needle. So you can also decide to wait for your hand fan to dry before going ahead to secure it with needle and thread. Okay. If you're using cotton, you can just sew in, but because of what I'm using, it's not easy to sew in. See, it's so hard, but it's not like it's not possible.